Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big exciting day in my kitchen. Where are we going? What are we making? Northern Italy, guys. We're going to Northern Italy. It's autumn, fall. We're coming into some of the best times, the best flavors, really the best aromas you're ever going to have, whether you're walking through Italy or in your hometown here in the United States. And we've got a whole cluster of delicious flavors. So today we're going to make something that warms us inside, warms the taste buds. Absolutely delicious. We're going to make a pumpkin. You ready for it? Ready? Drum roll. Pumpkin latte. This is awesome. It's delicious. I've had a lot of different versions of this throughout Italy, especially this time of the year. You're out there olive picking or working on the farm, and you come inside. You're cold and damp inside, so you want something that's going to really warm you up. I've also had it at quite a few restaurants outside or in Turin or like I said, Northern Italy near Milan. Let's go over ingredients. Let's start having some fun. First thing you're going to need is milk. I'm going to tell you whole milk. Now you can use an almond milk, you can use a goat milk, you can use all kinds of stuff, vegan, oat milk, but in this version we're going to use 2 cups-ish, 2 cups of whole milk. Now it is a latte, so I've seen other recipes, I've seen some recipes online. So they'll call for coffee. You don't want coffee, you want espresso. You gotta have some espresso, because if you're gonna have a latte, they're gonna make a couple of espressos and then milk. Coffee is gonna be it's gonna be too bland. It's not gonna give you the punch, the flavor you want. So you want at least a half of a cup hot. We've got it right here. Now you can make that in a mocha pot. I've got one of these Jura coffee makers. I'm so spoiled, you hit a couple buttons, it's fantastic. However you're gonna do it, half a cup hot espresso. Now you're going to want to get into the flavors of autumn, right, of fall, and you're going to need pumpkin, obviously, right, the big name in the marquee. I love pumpkin. Think about this, pumpkin raviolis. Yeah, that recipe's coming up. Pumpkin gnocchis. Oh, okay, wait a minute. So we've got 4 tablespoons of pumpkin puree. Now we want to flavor that, right? We want the spices, the flavor. So we're going to use a half of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Oh, I just love cinnamon. And then I've got a 1/8 of a teaspoon of clove. You can use an allspice. Oh, I love that. It's so delicious. 1/8 of a teaspoon of ginger. Oh, I like that even more. I'm confused. I don't know. We're going to use nutmeg. Anybody that watches our show, nutmeg, truly my favorite flavor. I love it in savory. I certainly love it in sweet. I love it in my pumpkin gnocchis. I love it in my pumpkin raviolis. Today we're putting it in our pumpkin latte. So we're going to use about 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 1 tablespoon. Oh, so delicious. You guys with me? When you're a kid, you smell vanilla and you're like, oh man, vanilla, right? And you're like, oh, it's so delicious. And then you taste it and it's absolutely disgusting. So it always teaches you how important sugar is, right? Now talking about sugar, we got to sweeten this thing up. So the best way to do it here in the States is going to be maple syrup. So here with maple syrup, we're going to have 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, really good quality, not the fake stuff, the real stuff. That just gives you the most delicious flavors. Now in Italy, crazy enough, maple syrup is actually not as popular out there. It's not so easy to get. So it's not common that you would get maple syrup in Turin or Milan. You would typically get a brown sugar, or you'd get, they would sweeten it with regular sugar. But here in the States, I always love maple syrup. I bring maple syrup over there, so I have maple syrup everywhere I go. Okay. Now we're gonna finish these things off like we're having a dessert. You follow me? So you're gonna want some whipped cream. So I went ahead and made a 1.5 cups of whipped cream. What I did is put a little vanilla, a little sugar. I always put a little mascarpone cheese, like maybe a big tablespoon of it in there. It thickens it, it gives it a little extra kick. I've got a recipe for that, for Cooking Italian Joe, on how to make Italian whipped cream. But I went ahead and made some whipped cream. We're going to top it off with that. More cinnamon, right? Gosh, I love that. You can grind this right up, make fresh cinnamon. So we're going to use these more for decoration. We're going to stick them in the latte, and it'll just make a beautiful picture. And then you get the aroma of cinnamon when you're drinking it, and it's going to get all over your face, and it's fun, and it's absolutely great. Next, you're going to need maple syrup. No, you're not. I know. I plugged my olive oil. Why wouldn't you? If you have some of the greatest extra virgin Italian olive oil in the world, wouldn't you want to talk about it? I know I do. So listen, anybody new to our channel, we have a farm in Italy, Puglia, just above the heel. We actually make our own olive oil. We co-op with a whole group of farms to bring you some of the best extra virgin Italian olive oil, Vito and Joe. I named it after my 2 sons. Grassy, earthy, peppery, just delicious. And I know what you're thinking, Joe, how do I get it? My gosh, real easy. You just go right on the website, Cooking Italian Joe Facebook page, Instagram, the description of YouTube. Go right to the website, click buy it now. We'll drop ship you a few bottles to your front doorstep. I always think, hey, what's a cheap way to go to Italy? It's a great way to go to Italy right in a bottle. All right, enough chatting, guys. Let's make a latte. First thing we want to do here is warm up our milk. So I'm going to go ahead and put our milk in the pan. And now, guys, I'm going to put my heat up to a low medium, and I want to bring this up to a little bit of a bubble, like just on the verge of a boil, but just on the verge. And right when I do that, I know I'm done. Now, as this is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and add my maple syrup. I'm going to add my vanilla. I'm going to add my ½ cup of espresso and give this a light stir. A couple of minutes went by, guys. It's starting to get warm. I'm going to add my pumpkin, ½ a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ginger, 1/8 of a teaspoon of clove, 1/8 of a teaspoon of freshly ground nutmeg. I just love freshly ground. Can you smell that? Can you get the aroma of that? Oh, it's so good. I'm going to give this a gentle stir. And now I'm going to add some olive oil. No, I'm not. I just want to make sure you guys ordered it. I can actually hear it. I can hear it coming right to your house right now. Another important tip that make this come out absolutely molto deleccio is when you subscribe to the channel. So make sure as this is heating up, guys, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell. That way anything we got going on the farm, any trips, travel ideas, new recipes, it'll come right to your notification box. And I'll tell you what, guys, it means the world to me when you subscribe to our channel, and it makes you part of the Cooking Italian with Joe family. Now, guys, the temperature's right where I want. See how it's just starting to bubble right there? I'm gonna grab my immersion blender. I'm gonna shut the heat off, and I'm gonna go ahead and just for like 30, 40 seconds, I'm gonna give it a whip. Oh, guys, look at that. See that? Oh, see the steam coming off? That is just delicious. The aroma of that is just gorgeous. Now, depending on the size of your mugs, you're gonna make anywhere from 2 to 4 mugs of this, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and take my ladle. Oh yeah. Now we're gonna finish this up with whipped cream. Oh, look how delicious that is. Yes. Nothing better than real whipped cream. I always get the gourmet cream, so it's a higher fat content. Now, don't judge me on my whipped cream, all right? I'm just telling you, you gotta have enough on there, all right? And now, guys, I'm gonna take some nutmeg and hit the top. You can add some cinnamon, just delicious. And then what you do is you take your cinnamon stick and you stick it in the side like that. Man, does that look delicious or what, guys? I'll tell you the aroma here. Guys, favorite time, taste time. The aroma is phenomenal. Are you ready? Now listen, this might be a little bit messy, but it's a good way to make a mess on your face. Whoop, I'm spilling right there. You get the cinnamon and the nutmeg aroma right from the start. That bug's hot, ooh. And I love it because you get that cream, the whipped cream. That's the first thing that's hitting you. And then you're getting that hot pumpkin latte flavor that's mixing with the cream as it's hitting your throat. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely perfect. The perfect blend of cream, of milk, of nutmeg, ginger, clove, pumpkin, vanilla. It's sweetened just right. You get that maple syrup in there. Oh, it's like autumn pumpkin pie and latte all mixed in, you know? It's Thanksgiving in a cup. It's so good. If I don't have someone else for the other one, I'm gonna drink both. Don't judge me on this, please. Boy, that's a cup of cheer right there. That's happy holiday, autumn, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I'm thinking you could have that pretty much any time from like late October through May. And maybe, you know, for the hell of it in the summer, just because, you know, you can. You know what I'm saying? Hey, guys, thanks so much for taking a trip to Northern Italy with me today for a pumpkin spice latte. Absolutely delicious. Now, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. I'd love to have you part of the Cooking Italian with Joe family. Hit all our platforms to grab yourself a few bottles of extra virgin Italian Vito and Joe's olive oil. Love to drop ship it right to your front doorstep. And guys, I always close my videos at the end of every week with this little message to us. You know, once a week, especially what's going on in the world right now, shut off the TV, your cell phone, your computer. Man, what's more important than family, right? Get around that table with your family, tell stories, get to know each other, celebrate your heritage, whatever that is. That's what's so beautiful about us, right? We've got so many different heritages in the world. And better than that, guys, you're gonna set some traditions. They're gonna last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey guys, from my kitchen to yours, until next week, mwah, buon appetito.